JD Niger Word of Truth channel. Bible teaching with Jeff Deloach. I don't know what just happened. The video cut off. So we were talking, let me pray. Heavenly Father, same prayer as the last video. Wisdom, knowledge, ability to know you. We love you, praise you, amen. Welcome to the channel. New subscriber, I forgot your name. Thanks for coming here. This is a good place to be. So before I got cut off on the last video, what I was saying is, thanks for coming here. This is a good place to be. If you really want to learn the Bible, because if you really want to learn the Bible, what I was saying is that it's a process. It's a relationship. The relationship is the book, you, and the Spirit. The book is where you go to look. So you get in the book and you look and look and look. And the Bible will point you to all these signs. Go left, go right, go. And you follow these clues. And you learn the landscape. So in the last video, we were talking about Michmash. It's a place outside of Benjamin, a narrow passageway, a little ravine. And there was a lot of battles that went on in this area of Michmash because it led into the city, in and out of Benjamin, which is basically Jerusalem, Zion. It was a passageway. So this Michmash is such a mystical, magical place for my people, the Benjamites and the people of Judah, the princes of Judah. When you say Michmash to me, you're saying it's a hallucination. It's a mirage. It's a phantom. Because it has so many different meanings and connotations to it that it's a place unknown to the people that even know it. So my people know Michmash, but we don't even know it. It's more than we can understand. So this Michmash place is an example in the Bible where, okay, so the story, you guys know the story. Jonathan, especially you people that like that video that I did on the story, Jonathan and the armor bearer went to go look for the Philistines because Saul was partying it up, and they're like, I don't really want to party tonight. Let's go see what those enemies are doing. And the armor bearer said, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. So they went and they checked it out, and they made a pact. They said, if they say, come on, we're gonna fuck you up, we know that they're ours. They're asking us to come in. They're asking us to destroy them. But if they don't say that, we're gonna just hold our ground and see what happens. So when they got there, the Philistines said, what are you two little punks doing here? You want us to kill you? And they said, you want to, but that's not going to happen. And so Jonathan and this armor bearer killed like 20 men. They went in there and they killed the frontline dudes. And after that, it confused the Philistines. And they all started attacking each other. So the point I wanted to make about that issue about Michmash being a mystical, magical place, a mirage, a hallucination, a place, an unknown place that is a place, right? Is it? So what the point I wanted to make was that part of the reason it's a mystical, magical place, because it's tied in with relationship with God. So I'm a Benjamite. I have a relationship with God. This is where I'm trying to explain to you, I'm more than I appear to be. I'm a mirage. I'm like that land. I'm like Michmash. I'm a fucking portal. I'm a natural mystic. Naturally. So when I teach stuff like this is what you fucking Christians should think about, but you can't even get there because you have no idea where you're at. You have no map. You're lost. You don't know. I'm surprised there's only a few of you that have ever even heard of the map that we're on, and you're here listening. That means God wanted you to know the way. Because you know that when I talk about Michmash, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So Michmash is a magical mystery place where Jonathan and his armor bearer manifested God's love for us when we have faith. It turns into a really weird story too, because I'm not going to go into it right now. I'm going to leave that part out. But to read this story in the King James Version, that would have won an Academy Award for Best Screenplay. It's so beautifully written. So another thing I wanted to point out about Michmash, it sounds like two words, right? Is it a Mick or is it a mash? Or is it a mash Mick? Michmash? So it's this ravine, steep sides, narrow. It's a ravine. It's a wadi. So the name of it, let me get it. It says in between the passages. So it's a passage. What's a passage? A place to get through, right? A place to enter in or out. There's a small path, a passage. Can you even find the passage, the opening? It's a mysterious, mystical, hidden place, right? So this is what it says. In between the passages by which Jonathan sought to go over under the Philistines' garrison, there was a sharp rock on one side and a sharp rock on the other side. So when you think of Michmash, it points to the two thieves on the cross. Is it Mick or is it Mash? Michmash. That's why we don't want to get too hung up on. The one guy knew what he was saying. He loved God and he went. And the other guy didn't know God and he was being a dick and he went to hell. That's not how it works, people. Don't get caught up in that. It's better to believe and it's better to be loving and sweet. Like the guy that said, yeah, I want to go with you, Lord. Remember me. And it's bad to be a cynical little dick and go, fucking, if you're God, get us out of here, dick. Remember the other guy, he was all pissed off. If you're God, then fucking do something, dude. The Lord's not your genie in a bottle. He's got a plan. Let him do what he's going to do. And that's the point about Jonathan and the armor bearer going in there like, we're done partying. We're done with Saul's fucking king of the world. I'm bitching bullshit. His cult of personality. Let's go let's go see what's going on with God. That's what they did. Let's go hang out with God. Fuck Saul. Fuck my dad. I'm tired of him, right? I'm trying to get you guys to understand. This is what happened. They were seeking God. They were looking for the passages. They were going to the hard places. They were brave. They were courageous. They had a mission of their own. They had a mission of their own. Get a mission, man. The first step to finding any passage is to go look for it. And Jonathan, between the passages, the passes, we're talking about that. How do you get through school? You pass the test. You're going through the passages. You're going through the stages. So what I was saying in the last video, you have to make this a process. The Bible, it's a relationship between you, the Bible, and God. I could talk about the Bible all day to people. I love it because I learn things about how people think. But anyhow, sorry. Let me get back to where I was at. So on one side, it's steep, sharp cliffs. On the other side, it's steep, sharp cliffs. You can't climb up them. You're going to get cut. So what's this saying about these passages, about what I'm trying to teach you? If you're going to wander around with Black Hebrew Israelism, go to Catholic Church your whole life and end up in the Masonic bullshit, or study Protestant, Foursquare Baptist, whatever Christian denomination you are, you're just dying by 100 cuts. You're never going to find the passage. You're going to keep falling. You're never even going to find the Michmash. You're never even going to find the opening. You don't even know about Michmash because you think you're already past that. You understand what I'm saying? You guys are so far behind, it's laughable. Anyhow, so there's two sides. It's about a duality, right? You got to go down the middle. You got to have one eye. You got to see straight. You got to know it. You got to focus. You got to take away all that nonsense that you've learned and get real. Get real. And that's what Jonathan and the armor bearer were doing. They're like, I'm tired of this fucking dead world that we're living in with Saul. Let's go find some mystical, magical adventure. Where did they go? Michmash. The passageway of the Benjamites, the warriors of God. Come on, people. Been trying to teach the Bible. I don't know how to explain to you guys. It's way more than you think. And it has to do with people like me. That's the beauty. God is with men. But you guys think everyone's the same. Everybody's the same. It's not that way. Anyway. And there was a sharp rock on one side and a sharp rock on the other side. And the name of the one was Bozez and the name of the other was Senna. So what does that make you click in with anything? In the temple, there was two pillars at the entrance. And one pillar was called Jachin and the other one was called Boaz. Same theme, people. These are the things that you need to learn. Why was there two sharp rocks? And why did it sound like almost the same names? To me, it sounds exactly the same because I know it is the same. These are the pillars. You can't get around. You got to go through that path. If you want to enter the temple, you have to walk by the pillar of Boaz and the pillar of Jachin. Do you understand? You gotta pass the test. You don't even know where you're going. Why would you go in that fucking scary canyon? Because that's your place. That's where I win. Most people are gonna see the opening. I'm gonna go, there's the opening, let's go. And a bunch of people are gonna go, fuck that, and they're gonna run the other way. That's what people are doing right now. I'm trying to tell you, man, you want to hope to be by me at the end, because I know the way. I know the way. And I know the passages. And hopefully I have the faith to lead all of us through there. The forefront of the one cliff, sharp rock, the front of the one faced north, opposite. The forefront of the one was situate northward over against Michmash, and the other southward over against Gibeah. Gibeah is of Benjamin. The forefront, is this Judah and Benjamin? Very, very possibly. Because Gibeah is of Saul, of Benjamin. So one's pointing towards Benjamin, and the other one's pointing towards the other direction. Do I know exactly what that means? I've studied and studied and studied and studied and studied. There's things that I still don't know. But I have clues. One holds up one side of the temple, and one holds up the other side of the temple. I'm pretty much stuck on my side. I don't really know what's going on over on the other side. Too busy holding up my part of the bargain. You understand? That's the hardest part about being chosen. You have very specific job descriptions. It's on a need to know basis. And I don't really need to know. I just need to know which side I'm on. In this mystical, magical map I'm on. The story I'm in. You're in the story, people. You hope you're in the story. You hope you're in the story. So Michmash, like I said in the last video, it was time for me to go back to that far away place in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars. Your imagination. Your battle against the Death Star and Darth Vader. It's a literary theme, motherfuckers. Every great novel has a hero and an anti-hero, a Christ and an antichrist, a good and a bad, a dark and a light, a white and a black, whatever. That's why I can't understand why people are so stupid the way they read the Bible. They don't even put in basic literary tenets in one of the most literary books in the world. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You motherfuckers weren't taught how to read. The wording of the Hebrew text is difficult. Another 13:21. Okay, I'm not going to... maybe I'll hit on this for a minute. I looked down here because the Lord goes, talk about this. Maybe this will help them understand. So it says the wording of the Hebrew text is difficult. And what it's talking about is this text right here. Yet they had a file for the mattocks and for the coulters and for the forks and for the axes and to sharpen the goads. What am I trying to do, people? I'm trying to sharpen you. That I'm a sharpening tool. I'm hard as flint. You're supposed to use me to go places. I'm a fucking, what do they call those people that book trips? I'm not a flight attendant. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'll help you reach your destination. Travel agent. I'm a fucking travel agent. And where we're traveling to is parts unknown, mystical, magical hallucinations, far away places unknown to man and beast. Rare, exotic places. Do you understand? That's the beauty of being here. I'm rare. No, you're just stupid. You're just a weirdo. I am. I'm one of the weirdest fuckers out here. I'm a rare bird, motherfuckers. So anyway, what does this talk about? I know what it's talking about. And they had a file. What happens when you look in the file? What happens when you look in those classified documents? When you look in the file, what's going to be in the file? The story of Jeff DeLoach, the Benjamite. Why was I put in the file? Because I was sharp. So right, you get the idea of Michmash, the sharp cliffs, sharp, the passage, sharp. You got to be sharp. Can't be a fucking knucklehead. Right? Who's going to sharpen you? Who's going to tell you, knock it off, dumbass? I don't have time to fuck around. I don't have patience for stupidity. I hate it, but that's just the way it's got to be. If you're not going to put some effort, you're not going to find the way. Anyway, back to Michmash. The forefront of the one was situated northward over against Michmash, and the other southward over against Gibeah. And Jonathan said to the young armor bearer, "Come, let us go over to the garrison of these uncircumcised, that it may be what the Lord will work for us." See, he prayed, and what happened? They went into that mystical, magical place with faith, and that's exactly what happened. The Lord went to work for him. See how Jonathan did that? Why did that happen? Because he's a Benjamite, niggas. Vision plus blessing plus faith you mix some of these things together and you get spiritual power. And it doesn't just, you can't just grab it. You can't just say, I got the Holy Spirit, I'm a Bible teacher. You're you're the most dumbest person ever. I never say I have it. I have a lot, and it's still not enough for me. The further I get away from you knuckleheads, the more I want to be far away from you. I don't have patience, because now I know that most of you are never going to snap out of you were designed to be led, but you won't follow. You were designed to be led, but you won't follow. I like that one. You fuckers were designed to be led, but you just won't follow. Motherfuckers. I'm going to close out. It says, let's go that they might, let's go talk to these Gentiles, these beasts. Maybe the Lord's going to fuck them up for us. He'll give us a plan. That it may be that the Lord will work for us, for there is no restraint to the Lord to save by many or by few. Do you know there's only a few on this channel, and the ones that are going to get saved on this channel are going to be a whole different type. The ones that follow me, you're going to get things that you would have never imagined. You're going to get magic wands and crystal balls and signet rings and fucking magical crowns and magical shoes. Just tap your heels together 3 times and say, there's no place like home. I'm out.